Okay, if this is working right, I should be able to start GameGuru right here. This is called Small Demo 2, and we're going to record a video of this level that I have designed. This is the software. And just to give you an idea what the software looks like, we're going to pan around a little bit here. And this is what the world, we'll zoom over as you move in, you'll see things. The rendering in the background there. This is a very large, fairly large, I would say very large, but fairly large map. And we're going to take you down and walk you through it. And what this is it's about GameGuru, from the game creators, have put out this game engine. And we're pretty much testing it, and they gave out these jungle assets, and they wanted us to create an environment for these jungle assets. Now, they did mention that we weren't supposed to use the landscape generator, and I did, so I'm disqualified. That's not heartbreaking, but kind of hard for me in my mindset to design a level that doesn't have some landscape to it, some texture. I did want to plant the grass, and in my demo at home, the grass is actually out there, so you do have grass, and it looks pretty good, but this is not the grass and the overall landscape engine that they're going to be using. So there are going to be some changes to this, and they want to let you know in advance when you make this map that this is not what they had in mind because of the size. This came out to about 2.8 gigabytes for this entire demo that you're going to be able to play. And the way you play it actually is you're going to launch the game creator, GameGuru Max, and you can just upload this FPM file. And you'll be able to actually play the game. It has a start and a finish point. Now, just to give you an idea by running through the video here, the start point is going to be in this here tunnel. It's going to be at the far end of that tunnel there. Right up there, you'll see the marker. This is where we're going to start at. We're going to be facing the back wall, so you have to turn around. And you get to wander into the world by going out this here gate. Now, this gate could be key activated. I could put a gate there that actually swings open, but we're not doing that just yet. This is just about the land. I mean, well, not even the land, really. It's all about the flowers and trees and rocks and things like that. This comes as part of the jungle asset pack, and that's what they're actually demoing here. So what you do with these assets and how you place them is up to you, and the landscape that you'll create using the engine is up to you. But basically, this is a cut and paste. You just drop these things where you want and create the effect that you want for your game. You've got an entire, like, weather, you've got lighting, you can make it night or day, you can change the fog. A lot to it. Now, just to go in here and show you this building here, we've got some lights going on here. So it's a little darker over here. See how this jungle trees canopy makes it a little darker shadow? That's really cool. We like that. I'm going to go through this gate here, and this is a room inside here where we have some assets. Now, you might be in a battle here or something like that might be going on, but the whole idea is really kind of cool. You get to go up here and take a look at how this weapon reacts to the lighting. And nice reflection off of that. And these lights up here they're casting caustics, to give you that glow, like a light's being projected, which is really what you want in your game. It creates all this sheeted shadows on the table. So let's come back out here and I'll take you upstairs. This is really cool. I like it. What you can do with it, it's a wait and see now what the animation is going to be like for the characters and speech and stuff like that. But as far as I played games in the past where you see this kind of landscape, and those games were very fun as first-person shooters, and I remember them. And I'll be happy to make a level with this engine. I hope it's very successful. I hope they put a lot into the AI, especially in the area of character actions. That's really paramount. Look at that, I can fly through the wall. Isn't that something? Okay, like I said here, we're just flying through here inside the game engine. This is Guru Max, the game engine, and I could actually go down inside here and play this, and I'm going to. But let's just, to give you an idea how this would actually work. Let's say from right here, I go over here and I say add. And I want to grab something like, well, these characters have not been programmed yet, but I'm going to just put a character in there to see how they look. And we'll go with this girl right here. So you click on her twice, and you can place her in the game. So she's going to be right here. Now, understanding how games work and how they're, the shadows, see where her shadow's being cast to her side, that means the side of her face is going to be a little bit illuminated on the left, and not so much on the right. So you get a shadow on this person. So if you want a really good look at your characters in the game, when you're placing them into the environment, try to put them where the lighting, the natural lighting, enhances the look. So I'm going to take the character here and rotate her around a little bit. See how her face lit up right there? That's kind of nice. But there we go, and now we're looking straight at her. So again, I'm going to go in here now and test the game. She's not going to do or say anything. She's just going to be there because we haven't given her a script. And walk through my tunnel. Now I haven't got any weapons or anything yet. So there she is. You see her over there. She's right there. And the environment looks really impressive. Now you can make this nighttime, and your character does have a flashlight. If you go in here, I'll just hit the F key for that. You can see how that works. Now watch how that flashlight changes. You can see perspective. It's really small there, and it gets bigger as you go down. A better place would be a larger target. Yeah, it's too bright over here. We'll go inside a place where we can actually show that to you. Hit F now. Turn that off. Let's go over and take a look at the character. This is the characters that we're going to be typing using here in the game. So they have a whole lot more realism, and they'll be able to talk. So we can program. There's lip sync involved with this, and the character can animate through the lip sync sequence and be active talking. So that's really kind of cool. The characters look really good. I can go along with that. I'd like to use the name of a game that this reminds me of. The characters look this good in the sky and the blue, but I won't because everybody knows what it is. So, okay. If you've seen a game that looks like this, yeah, you pretty much know what it is. Okay. So anyway, we're going to walk over here and take a look around in my environment. I'm going to run. The character can run here. Now, what they want you to see is the trees and how they cast the shadows and the leaves. Now, bearing in mind that the trees that you get with the program here, they come in a standard size. So it's up to you as the artist to change their size if you don't, if you want something bigger or smaller. So as you can see, these plants that are over there are huge. And because I've been in a jungle environment and I've seen plants like this that are huge, I just went ahead and made them bigger. Now, sometimes they look really good small. You need some grass filler and stuff like that, so you want to place them around. There's the other small ones directly ahead of me there. And that adds good filler. And when you can see the grass, when we get to the part of the program where we can actually add grass, that's going to be really cool. This is going to look so sweet. And then, of course, you'll be able to add mud trails so you know where you're going through the path to whatever locations you have to go through. I decided to put the rifle in here for the sheer sake of grabbing some ammo, taking the rifle. We'll just go ahead and eat it. And just to give you a look at the zoom capability there, how that looks. So if you had characters over there trying to shoot at you or create an environment that's hostile toward you, you'd be able to engage them with this here nice little sniper weapon. Can you imagine putting a character up there, maybe sniping just like the real, I don't know if you've ever been in war, but I remember the Japanese in World War II, they used to strap themselves into the trees around a dark spot. And they would actually have people on the ground flagging them to tell them if they could be seen. And they were very good at camouflage. So even if a person was to engage them, they wouldn't know if they hit them. And they'd be constantly wondering whether or not that person was going to re-engage. Sometimes they would actually just not shoot for a couple of minutes or a while and act like they were taken out and look for a better target. And again, with a sniper rifle, my job would be to look for anything that shines. I don't know. I hate to start with the officers, but they are the shiniest. Okay, so let's go over this way here. We're going to run. I'll get rid of the weapon now. We can put the 0 key. We'll get rid of the weapon for you. And, yeah. So, I don't suggest going across water because sometimes the map isn't ready yet. So, I actually fell through. One time I was trying to get to that island right there, which is not that far, and fell through the map, and I was floating underneath there, and I died. So, we don't want to run through the water. Not just yet. When they get that part of the map fixed up, we'll be all set to do that. And then you would paint the grass here kind of like a muddy around the edge to give it the idea that the water is hitting it like a beach. Now over here, see this rock. This is really cool, this rock they gave you. I made it really big for the sheer purpose of trying to make it look like a tunnel. And you can actually make it a tunnel if you want. The caves can be built like this. This rock over here like lava splotching up out of the ground. It's kind of cool. But yeah, you can make some caves that go really far back, depending on how big these maps are. And what we're looking at, the memory of your computer. This is 64-bit. Kind of cool there, the cans. I'm not sure if I can actually move them. Down here, see if we can push that. Look at that. So, man, can you imagine putting that on a hill? I wonder, see if we can do it over here. Well, can we maybe push that into the hole in the ground there, maybe? Doesn't seem to want to turn. So, but I'm thinking we could put that or a couple of those up on a cliff or something that could be released to fall down onto a potential target. And I don't think they'll blow up. We do have a weapon. It's going to be kind of loud. Let me turn the volume down here and fire. It does explode. Isn't that something? Okay, those ones there do not. So we do have some that explode. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's wander over this way. See these weeds? I did that. You know, they came as really small things. You barely see them, and I go like, no, let's liven it up here, people. Come on, make them bigger. And I don't know how much more graphics part of the engine it might take to make them look like that, but yeah, kind of cool. Everything looks really big. Now again, with the tall grass and the high grasses in some of these areas and logs laying around here, this would be really, you know, hide and seek. You can play a lot of different kinds of games. They are designing this around the potential for VR. I'm not a VR fan. Just a good old first-person shooter game in this little PC style right here is fine by me, especially if you can do 4K. Currently, I'm running it on a 4K monitor, so I don't know if this is going to be skipping frames or not. And it's all about how you want to make it look. This is really what it's all about. See the shadow on the trees, the way the light hits them, and that's really cool. We're going into a shadowed area, so it gets a little bit darker. Okay, we have the flashlight. I'll show you how the flashlight works here. See how big and bright that is? It's kind of dull, but it's big. Now watch as we get closer to the wall. See, that's what I wanted to show you. That was really cool. Yeah. So that's cool about the flashlight. Plus, yeah, I believe if you come in between items, or yeah, see, you can see the shadow of the stairs caused by that flashlight. This is really going to look good. Now, I've made some of my own levels. I haven't tried to sell any yet, but there's going to be a couple coming out for the original GameGuru Classic engine. And this is GameGuru Max. Let me turn off that flashlight. There's not too much light in there. F key will do that. And I made this reflect like metal. I know it's overkill, but I wanted to show you how that really does reflect. Kind of cool. Oh, look at it. Nice 45. And you can actually make the handle and the grips look like wood and whatnot. That's not an issue. Stacking things on shelves like hell. And look at there, we got some pipes. Yeah. Yeah, this looks really good. What I'm kind of worried about is, you know, in the old Guru, they use sprites for their graphics. You put fire barrels and stuff like that in here. I haven't had a chance to test out particle emulator, see if it's doing anything that I could really like, creating some kind of caustics. I do know the lights work, but sometimes you don't want lights. You want a fire barrel. And another thing about that is they got nice lights, okay, but they don't flicker. I need to have lights that flicker, especially lights in the yellow and red area, primarily for caution and for fire barrels to create shadows and that kind of environment. Just a regular light there doesn't do it for me. So if they want to put that in there, I think that's a great asset for the game. These lights down here look really good. You're in control of how bright they are or whether they have that sheen about them, that glow. And you can control all of that in the GameGuru engine, so that's really cool. I just overkilled it because I wanted to show you the dramaticness of it all. This is really going to be an excellent engine if they can make the AI work. All the other GameGurus I've played, whether it's GameGuru or First Person Shooter Reloaded or Game Creator X10, which I thought was an excellent program if you wanted to do a completely indoor type of thing, was great. But they seem to kill these programs and move along to a better graphics program, but don't really ever correct the original problem with the software, which tends to, in my opinion, be the AI for the characters. Now, this is a 64-bit engine. They got some new AI-looking characters, and I want to see how they work. I'm a big fan of Poser. Anybody else out there a fan of Poser? I'd love to be able to import my Poser characters, whether it's Collide Engine or whatever, into GameGuru, and that would be great because I can then program my people to sit down and do things I want them to do, walk around. Poser is an excellent program for me to do that. I'm kind of sad that I just can't grab a character from there and drag it in here. Okay. They say they want to make it user-friendly. Well, there you go. Make it user-friendly. Okay, so I showed you what it looks like, and in my opinion, these assets are really cool. Everybody can see the shadows, the water. I'm not sure if it'll actually splash. Think it'll splash? Let's find out. Nope, no splash. Wasn't expecting it to. Let's go grab that pistol and see how it looks. Where is it? Oh, come over here. Let's get rid of the rifle. You don't need it. Run over there. Again, this is DJ Rosterman, and get a chance, check out my site. I got a YouTube channel. I do music, I do graphics, and now I do games. So we're going to enter, take that. And I'd like to put a switch over here that I could pull and maybe turn that light on. That shouldn't be a problem. I know they have the capabilities in Lua scripting. So that's going to be interesting. This door will open and close again in Lua scripting. There's different ways of making doors open and close. Yeah. And another thing here, I'd like to speed up my characters. I like big maps, and I like characters who can move. There's other games out there, I'm sure you've played, with lots of creatures coming at you, man. If your guy ain't running fast enough, it makes you feel like unk. So in GameGuru Classic, I know I can program my character to go faster and change his animation to react to that, which is kind of cool because I've always played my games that I design where my character needs to be running, because if he don't, he might... well, he's going to get extinguished. Let's go over here and show you that island one more time before we clock out of this. This is a little video demo that I put together using GameGuru Max, the latest version after the Jungle install. So, and those assets are free. They come with the Google Max there, GameGuru Max. So it's kind of nice that they're giving you that. So you have the potential out of the box to make a very, very attractive landscape, with lots of different shadows and textures and plants and gadgets and gizmos and goodies. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.